Scott, you just spoke about the pager attacks, and you also spoke about Nasrallah having been taken out. This begets the question, like, would you say that it was perhaps redundant, the pager attacks, considering Israel did have the firepower to actually take Nasrallah out?
The pager attacks were the first stage of what culminated yesterday with the assassination of Nasrallah. And remember, the killing of a lot of civilians in those buildings that were struck. The reason why the pager attacks were part of this is that what you have done is that you have broken Hezbollah's communications. They had stopped using cell phones because those were vulnerable. They had moved to pagers. Then walkie-talkies were hit the next day. So the only way that Hezbollah leaders can really communicate with each other as they are in a war with Israel is to try to meet face to face. And of course, when they met face to face, as they did yesterday in that Beirut headquarters, Israel struck.
What does it say about Israel's aim and about the impact on ceasefire talks?
There will be no ceasefire talks. I mean, let's be realistic here, because there were two aims that will continue that also bring in Gaza. The first aim was very much a personal one for Benjamin Netanyahu. His open-ended war in Gaza was in trouble. You have more than 100 Israeli hostages, dead or alive, still held by Hamas. You have the Israeli military bombing and bombing and bombing and killing almost 42,000 people, but Hamas is still there. And Netanyahu was facing hundreds of thousands of Israelis who were protesting, who were saying, get our hostages back. And he didn't have an answer for that. He was facing division with his own military, who said, you cannot destroy Hamas. So what does Netanyahu do? He says, let's open up a new front on Lebanon. And when he did that, the second aim comes in, that for years the Israeli military had made plans for an all-out effort to try to destroy Hezbollah. And when Netanyahu made the decision, this is the time to do it, that repaired the rift. It brought him and the defense minister, Yoav Gallant, together. So they have not only damaged Hezbollah, for now it has given Netanyahu the breathing space to continue with operations in Lebanon and in Gaza.